Hello, everyone. This is Curt and Brad from Natural Institute. This is Sunday, November 5th. This is a working session. So if you're not familiar with the difference between our chats and our working sessions, our chats are we talk about topics of the day, and our working sessions are where we actually do the work. And they're mostly for documentary purposes, although you may find some people, believe it or not, find them interesting to follow. Most of what it consists of is thinking. So I don't know why it isn't boring. Brad and I do make a lot of progress in it. Anyway, so now that I've warned you to move on, you're welcome to stay if you're interested. All right. So about a couple of weeks ago, what we did is we took. I'm gonna share my screen.
Good idea.
There. I want to do that. I think I don't want to do that. I think I want to do this. Where are you? I think I want to do this one. If we get it wrong, we'll change it later.
Okay.
All right. So what we've got here is our pamphlet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in preparing this morning, Brad,
I
hate to tell you, you're fucking right again. It's getting hard to tell you you're right again. You know, it's like somebody slowly ratcheting something around my neck, and it's hard to say, well, Brad was right again. You know,
was I right about this time?
You don't mind, though. You don't seem to mind being right a lot.
It doesn't bother me too much. I'm embarrassed by your embarrassment of it. Embarrassing.
Anyway, so what we've done is we had this conversation that we wanted to put out something that didn't require us to do this entire work on the science to publish. And so what we've done is we've taken basically the rules and put them in a collection, right? And we've broken them by the four sciences: the physical law, the behavioral law, the evolutionary law, and the formal law. And what we're doing is, if we go to this page here, we're slowly moving the rules, right, into those sections. And we're trying to make it readable at the same time.
Right.
The first section, last time we met, we worked on the introduction. And who's the audience, and what's the value of it, and what'll they get out of it? What are the volumes we're looking at producing the videos? What's our goal, what we're creating, the first principle, etc. And then we are working on then we worked on the physical laws before that, which we think are largely concrete, and they're done. And the reason they took us a long time is because we hadn't done them before, this kind of precision.
That's right.
And so we found that was pretty useful. And there's still this stuff isn't quite organized as we should. We then started on the behavioral law, right, which is we started here. And we said and then we copied and pasted the parts of the evolutionary law. But each of these require we put them into place. And then we took the formal law, each of those require work. And the formal law requires that we move things around quite a bit. As you can see, this is quite short, but it's quite long. And as we were going through it, you could see that parts of epistemology are down here. Let me go down to here. So this in here in the physical laws. So we need to move this out of there and in there. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What I'm just trying to do is provide context, not only for the audience, but for Brad and I, so we can sort of get our heads around what we're doing. Now, there's a couple of ways to go forward here, I'm pretty good with this. And what our goal is something I have written elsewhere. Um, uh, um, and I think this was you, right? Yeah, this is, we did this, right? So we're trying to put all this introduction together so that you can go through the 4 sets of laws. Now, I feel we're pretty good on the physical laws. I don't think there's anything left there. I think we've started the behavioral laws and we laid it out. So what I'm kind of trying to think of is how, now that we've sort of figured out how we want to present it, and we've got the stuff we didn't have done before, the physical laws, in there in good condition. My instinct today was to choose between, let's delve down into the behavioral laws again, or my other position was we would start with the source material.
Hmm.
Which is, I think, this one. My computer's going to be slow because doing so much work right now. Let's close this one. Yes. So I renamed, what did I call it? The outline attempt. Remember the outline attempt? I renamed that the pamphlet source material to eliminate confusion. What I thought we might do is move more of this into place. See if there's more to move. So this is all stuff we had worked on before. I'm looking for your feedback. If it wasn't clear there, I'm
No,
looking for your feedback. Should we try to move more pieces into place, or should we try to work on pick up where we were on the behavioral laws?
regard this is a preference question, and I don't have a preference.
Let me just think a moment then. Think a moment then. I think where do we get all the logics? Are they just that small?
Behavioral law, the behavioral law.
We're the basic, here it is. I'm looking for this part here, which is the 30, the 25 or 30 rules.
Okay.
All right, so I want to go from that to behavioral laws. And I think they're all here. So remember when we worked through this?
Yeah.
Aside from the humor, are you okay today? Because I detect a seriousness that
No, I'm good. I'm just sensing.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm not dragging you through something you're not interested in.
No, well, I'm just sensing what you're up to and where you're at.
Okay.
That's okay with me.
I think these are right. I wrote this differently from how we have been. In other words, how do I say this? If we take the basic laws, there's more detail here than the basic laws.
Okay.
Right? So did we get? What am I trying to get across here? Remember we said there's basically 20 laws, 20 rules,
Right. Right.
right? What I want to make sure is we don't lose that issue right there,
Right.
right? I want to make sure we maintain the focus on the ternary logic of these laws.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting to, where's neural economy? Did I?
Here it is. Look at that.
No, we just haven't filled it out. Something about scarcity. Where's scarcity? It's scarcity.
Yeah. Sort of.
I feel I need to be calm, taking time thinking right now. Because I need to do some thinking. Is it okay if I have to do a little thinking while I'm doing this?
That's fine.
You have time. That's the end of time.
Hmm.
That's fucking good. I mean, this stuff, well, of course, I wrote this a long time ago, but
Mm-hmm.
okay. We get into wait a minute. What's the order of these?
What specific you're referring to?
Well, I bring in the three means of coercion before I've brought in the behaviors. Should I bring in the behaviors before I bring it? Yeah, I built this from cooperation up, and I'm just not sure that's right. See, it's cooperation.
I think that that's in organization, or is that in behavior? Behavioral.
Well, this is behavior, right? The behavioral laws. And then there's individual behaviors, interpersonal behaviors, and group behaviors, right?
So interpersonal behavior. It's interpersonal behavior is what form of what are the influences that can be brought to bear by an individual? In a social setting, right?
Right. And then you have, okay, you have bias. These are universals, right? These are universals.
right?
And these are biases. Do I do it with a capital? I'll just do it with a bold. Now, I won't know if this is right until I think about it a little bit. So I don't know. I think you have to do the cooperation first. I don't think it makes sense. All the sexes cooperate, right? So it's
You
personal.
could mix it in as, because we're building it up, right? And it's like we're kind of enumerating the law, the 20 things,
Right.
and they sort of stack on each other. And so if you look at cooperation, you can talk about it, intersexual cooperation, when you're talking about the creation of sex before humanity. You know what I mean?
Start with intersexual cooperation.
Well, it's like the initial cooperation, right?
All right, so maybe you could do it.
But I'm just giving you the.
Oh no, I'm trying to think. I like the idea. I just want to think of how to build it. This way it's stated, the way I've got it here, is cooperation is just a universally beneficial thing, and then we work on the biases. I just think this is wrong. This is the wrong place.
Mhm.
I just think we have to build up from. Oh, it's really hard. Where's cooperation? There's cooperation. I don't know. It certainly makes sense this way. Why do I feel that this needs to be said first? Because everything's built on it. But is that true? Is it cooperation is the cause of all these things?
Now, cooperation causes to reveal them.
I just don't see why I would need to leap to that. Yeah, I feel like we want to just take this. We want to put that before cooperation. Yeah, we want to do that. We want to put. Come on, you. I don't know where this goes. It's somewhere in here. I'll put it here to start with. Hmm. You know, this has to be first. Then it's personality. I'm going to do this and find out I'm wrong.
Say that again.
I'm going to go through this and determine I'm wrong. It was right in the
Okay.
first place.
At least you have a plan.
No, I can intuit that that's what's going to happen, because it's very hard to explain these things
Mm-hmm.
without explaining the cooperation. So it's like you need cooperation first before you can talk about biases and so you have biases in thought, but are there any biases in thought that aren't based on cooperation? No,
That's an interesting function. None that are significant.
I don't think so. I mean, you have cooperation between the sexes, right?
Right?
And so you all biases, all right. I mean, I'm gonna make this easier for Brad.
Yeah.
Let's do that. What the fuck? There we go.
Oh.
I should think of Brad more often. I do this sometimes and I just forgot. Window, zoom, boom. Window, zoom. Why isn't this letting me do it? Why can't I boom this anymore? That seems pretty good. Can you see this now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we put you over on the side here. That's better. I think this is true. Is this true, Brad?
So
Because there's a difference in neural economy, right?
okay.
And that's just going to be what we call adaptability or intelligence.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that's what happens other than so if you look at this, the big five or big six, right?
Okay.
It's bias and before, bias and during, and bias after processing information.
Okay.
So like,
Right.
right, neuroticism versus conscientiousness, right? Openness and extroversion versus their opposites. Can't remember what during is. OC, so OCEAN. openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, extroversion, E, and neuroticism, in intelligence. Yeah, I guess that's okay. That's right. So, trying to get two of each in my head floating at one time. All right, so we have these things. Then we have neuro. Tell me to get rid of all this, and you're right. So you're right again. Neurological variation. Ability biases.
Hmm.
How about that?
That's interesting. Right. That like accounts for IQ and sex differences.
Well, this accounts for, I'm trying to just get it to, I'm just talking about developmental.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Hmm.
You get,
So the interesting function here is that the quality of the brain generates a cooperative biases.
so it generates both, yeah, also.
There you go.
That's the point I want to make right there.
Right.
Oh, kind of wonder, you said something really smart here. Now I'm like wondering, does it really matter? It doesn't fucking matter. Does individual intelligence matter?
It doesn't matter unless you're alone.
If you're alone, you're dead. Because you can't know anything.
Right.
Why don't we put this second then? I don't know. I want to think about that. It was right in the first place. God damn it.
It's all right.
I don't like this.
What do you not like?
I don't know. I don't. There's all this. We have to talk about what it is. It's going to put it this way, like this. A different subject. That's just criteria. This doesn't go there. Political bias. This is scale, right?
Yeah.
Not true though. That's cooperation. So I want to have that. This is something else. And this is something else.
That is the first division of labor. It's
This
the
one?
first cooperation and it's the first division of labor. Does that make sense?
No, you were right. I just you were faster than I was. Why did I have it up twice here? Because I copied rather than pasted. The
Yeah.
fuck?
You still have two of them.
I know, but it's because it won't delete it. I don't know why.
All right. You're the computer guy.
Well, there's this. Don't get me started on this.
just asking, just saying for a friend. It's just what's interesting to me about the computers is that when they don't behave in a consistent manner, it's irrationality appearing from the computer is very disturbing.
Well, it is. It's that I know it's actually going on, and I
Okay,
can't figure out why the programmers
right?
didn't catch it. Right? I mean, it just like how and as I'm trying, I'm like, do I have to do it this way for it to catch it? How do I get you to catch it?
Right,
And the weird thing is like in Word, right?
right.
Everything about the paragraph is stored in the end of the paragraph marker.
Okay.
So if you like delete that end, you delete that clip, it's all fucking gone, right? I mean, all
Yep,
that,
yep.
which is good and bad because sometimes magic is in there.
Right.
Whereas in WordPerfect, it changed. There was a memory state, and where if you ever hit a line of code that changed the memory state, it changed everything that was happening forward.
Oh my.
Then this thing is sort of like, well, there's sort of a memory state, and there's sort of a sequence state, and there's sort of a context, and it's like, okay, which thing
What are
is
we working with, right?
where am I working with here?
Hmm.
So HTML is beautiful because the data organization is so simple, but when you start adding layers upon layers and layers, what ends up being in the memory of the display, right? Because it's all there's a domain, right? That keeps it's a database that keeps track of all this, and it's all in readable, HTML like order. Is that then when you change something, you're like, okay, things like CSS, they inherit. So
Right.
you have collisions,
Hmm.
and you can have JavaScript collisions, and you can have all sorts of other collisions. So the more layers, right?
Hmm.
It's not like other code bases where each piece is isolated. All these layers are there, which is really, really cool for a lot of things, but it's also really fucking annoying for others.
All right.
So I think we're getting there. And I think this goes up there. Because this is just a cooperative bias, right?
What? Say that again.
Aren't these conditions, and this is in ethics or cooperative bias, right?
Yes.
Are they a bias or a limit?
They're the limit.
So this here. The derivation, right? Does that go in?
Yeah.
This is just
Why do you say there are three states of ethics when there's six or seven?
yeah, I am. This is not right either. Well, yeah. Why did I do it that way? Why did I do it that way, Brad?
Good question. It's not properly ordered.
No. Why did you let me get away with that?
I was just watching you and see what you picked up on. There you go. So why do you say there's three? I guess
Oh, there
there's
are,
plus, equals, and minus.
yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get to.
So put that in three states of ethics, plus, minus, plus, or minus equals plus, and then you delimit them, put them in parentheses, like, yeah,
We could do
and
it.
then put the parentheses behind them, right? So ending at unethical is all the minus ones. And I would separate them by lines, okay? I would actually,
I'm
I
gonna
would,
make it a table. Give me a second. You can make it
okay,
a table.
watch this, kids. I'm making some
Oh.
hot water. That's a good part.
Table. I'm gonna make it three lines. I'm gonna make it 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
This is gonna be,
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's interesting.
why won't you tab?
It's rude, isn't it?
It won't tab, evil.
Hmm.
I added a space here in somebody, so I got. So what is this? Bad, neutral, good?
What?
What is this, neutral?
Yep.
I could get in this to
That's not right.
I didn't even do that one on purpose. I just screwed that one up. All right, so what looks on our, what doesn't look right to me? I think this rows. Is this what I do?
Yeah,
Or do I move this row down? I think I moved that row down.
there you go.
Tools,
Switch their space.
row. Tools, table, row. I never believe this is gonna work. Well, yay.
Oh, look at that. Why does it say no one? You can have amoral relations with people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That one?
Like that, it's kind of like when I walk past someone on the street and we don't interact, right?
Amoral.
It's like it's just there's no effect.
Right.
Yeah,
Which
any
no-
is good enough.
yeah, no effect, neutral effect, or no effect. I just like a neutral effect.
Yeah. Social political is not matched properly. There needs to be a hyphen or a no hyphen.
Do I get rid of this now or do I keep this?
No, you don't need that one.
You sure?
No, that's fine. You can leave it as the spectrum,
I think I like it.
ethical spectrum.
Well, I already said ethical spectrum.
There you have it. Did I just put a bullet point there?
Does this go here or goes after it? Yeah, I don't know. Confusing.
There's 3 states of ethics in the ethical spectrum. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's and then it's just that's the spectrum.
we just do it this way, like usual.
There you go.
We put the arrows in that we end the duplicity.
There
Redundancy.
you go.
Obviously, I've been thinking about the left too much lately.
Apparently so. It's a little disturbing.
So much easier when you realize they can't help themselves.
Makes you not hate them so much.
Yeah.
I don't like that right before amoral. The should be the opposite direction, it seems.
How did you get that right? I didn't see that.
I'm really sad that it doesn't fit on one line.
I'm trying to make it fit online. If I can just make it do it this way, and therefore. Because it's a therefore, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
I think that you have to mention that the definitions for these terms are to be found elsewhere or here.
Which terms?
evil, immoral, unethical, amoral, ethical, immoral, and virtuous. I don't think it needs a period, so I guess
Doesn't it? Period. But we do need to have, what did you just say? I need to do definitions.
definitions for those terms.
I'll just do it this way. Add my,
There you go.
myself out of it now.
Huh?
I want to talk myself out of leaving that there pretty shortly,
Okay.
because that gets into statements about rather than statements of.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not sure that you can discuss
Get rid
these,
of that period.
huh?
Get rid of that period. What is it you can't discuss?
Does this go here or does this go? I mean, it's true. 3 states of cooperation. But this is a different, categorically different statement,
Right.
right? Also, like, this is,
Okay, there's a that's interesting. You're calling it logically. It's like it's a so these are
this evasion isn't in here,
it's neutral.
is it? No, because it's not neutral. It's not negative. You're still being reciprocal. Well, you're not imposing a cost on anybody.
Okay.
This goes back to we need 4 dimensions.
What's the 4th dimension then?
The diamond, instead of the triangle.
Okay, yeah, it requires 4. So logic is so it's like irreciprocity is via negativity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boycott is neutrality, right? See, that's only 2. This only accounts for 2 dimensions.
Right, I'm agreeing with you. We know that even when you can be reciprocal, right?
Right.
It's not clear that when you're boycotting somebody, you're being irreciprocal.
You're not being irreciprocal.
Right. You could do it this way.
There's a there's a capitalization function here that is what I'm after. I want to bring it back to what we've been talking about in the general scheme of the construction of the universe, which is there's a via positiva, there's a via negativa, right?
Hmm.
So that's only one dimension here. This is just one dimension.
Right, but I don't think that's. I think well, it's the 3 choices, right? I only have three choices. I can cooperate with you
Right.
or
But
not.
who is it? Who am I
Or
cooperating with? Right?
right. So
Supply
there's
and a demand, right?
right.
That's participants in the cooperative effort generate the supply and the demand.
Right. So you've got these three, hold on, you got the three choices, right? And there are the points of the triangle, right? Now there's all sorts of things you can do in between. Like you can boycott entirely, or you can just avoid, right? You can exchange consistently or opportunistically.
Right?
You can engage in parasitism opportunistically, right? I mean, those are all, but that's the three options. There's only the three. I think what I was getting to earlier is I don't want to confuse the fact that there's a boycott or avoidance, right? Is pretty neutral, right? Which is what you were saying, right? Neutral.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
impossible.
Right.
And
I still only get two dimensions because only one dimension out of that.
we're only trying to decide. We're only measuring one, aren't we? Where's the other one? The other one was when I tried to confuse things,
Okay.
right? What I was trying to say is uh, there's evil to virtuous with amoral, but
Right.
you just because you're not cooperating doesn't mean you're immoral.
Right.
It's just neutral. And I was trying to say that boycotting might be non-neutral. You might be able to harm someone through boycott. But in other words,
No, you're neutralizing their whatever advantage they had
right,
from cooperating with you.
right. So,
But it's like, so this defines the vertical axis in the diamond.
all right, this is the vertical axis. Yeah, okay. Right. So whoa.
What happened?
I almost ended up with my coffee in my lap.
Oh my, that's crazy talk.
All right.
The individual, like the personalities, right? So you got who is cooperating defines the horizontal axis of the diamond, which is where you get to the biases.
right, it's just the bias. The bias is a means of you have two things going on. You have the positiva, which is the demand, which is capitalization versus consumption.
Yes,
And you have the flip side, which is the negativa, which is force and seduction.
that's correct.
So my view is that this stuff we're talking about here, this is part of that discussion,
We're in agreement.
not part of behavioral discussion.
I'm good with that. That's right.
You know, that makes sense?
Yes. The jury is in. He's out.
Now we got to find out where the hell it goes. This is that, and this is the.
That was hard. That was a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, if it was only that difficult because I've thought about this problem for 20 years. You know, it's just funny you run into the libertarians and like, you've almost fucking got this. What are you doing wrong?
You almost have it,
You
boys.
almost have it. What do you got? Something's wrong here. So this is the formal law, right? What do you where science the first code? Citability, epistemology, grammars.
Okay.
Truth and citability. ethics and morality, right? Use and decidability, ethics and morality. I'm saying this and I'm hoping that I'm not. Yeah. I love doing this work because you discover something really stupid like that and you're like, why didn't I do that earlier?
I understand. I get it.
And it's not like I haven't drafted this thing 9 ways from Sunday, I mean,
I understand you.
it's like I've done this so many times. Why didn't I disambiguate them like that before? It's because I was so focused on ethics.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I mean, it was just, why do you keep bothering? Why do you keep running into this thing keeps jumping out of my screen, driving me nuts here? How do I put this out of the way? Can I?
What is it? That thing that
It's the Zoom thing. It's just like, go away. I don't want to see you. You were invisible, nicely invisible for a long time. There we go. Yeah, you're in the way if I put you there too. What the? You'd be there. How about that? Ethics and immorality. So if I go back to, is it this one or this? Which one are we working on? No, it's this way over here. So I got that one. I already copied you. So I want to go there. How did I format that? This is a 2. This is a 2. What are you? Come on, where's the goddamn menu? Oh, it's a 4. What is it? I'm sorry, Brad, if I'm being annoying.
no, you're doing fine. It's just an interesting process. It's all it is.
This got to be one of these because I fucked this
There
one
you
up.
go.
And I want to do a 3. I think that's a 3. It's a 4. No, I want to do a 4. I'm gonna have to go redo all these anyway. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy doing it. That's my favorite part. I can't wait till we get to work on this, Brad. Thanks for humoring me.
I appreciate the opportunity, sir. I would say this, that, okay, so go back up a little bit here. Because cooperation, right? All cooperation requires a supplier and a demander, right? Reciprocal supply and demand, some
Right.
degree of reciprocity between supply and demand. So that's the other dimension of our diamond. And so that's fair.
No supply.
Yes. Equilibrates. That equilibrates. No.
It satisfies. I don't know if it equilibrates is more, means neutralize.
That's the purpose of cooperation, right?
Well,
Let's think of it in all
all-
ethical frames. It's like there's an equilibrium between supply and demand in an ethical framework, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it from 3 or 4 different ways, and I'm trying to make sure that it works each way. So
Right.
give me the ethical one you were talking about, because that might be different from the I'm building it up from time. So because when
It satisfies
says
the relation between supply and demand. Given supply. Goods. Right?
time says technically it's information, services, and goods, right? Things,
Right.
knowledge. Which is the other? We wrote this yesterday. What did I wrote something?
Good. This is good.
Hold on 1 second.
This is behavioral. It goes to behavioral economics because it's the extension of behavioral economics into the social realm.
That's right. What did I say? I wrote this here. I wrote something yesterday. Because Luke actually
on another screen.
Can you see the other screen?
No, I cannot.
Oh,
that's okay. I'm just making.
Well, I guess you can't see you can't see all the hot chicks and stuff, the girls
and the pop-up ads and the
Yeah,
Ukrainian women.
I only wish that were true. No, it's not. So okay, I'm gonna find it real quick. So, and yesterday, this morning, somebody sent me a thing of how do you defend the fact that Ukrainian women, so many men stayed
Yes.
behind, Ukrainian women left, and I'm like,
that was awful. I did not like reading that one.
I'm like, it's not because they're Ukrainian women, it's because they're women.
I know. I saw it coming. I'm like, sorry, dudes. They're women in an amoral environment is what it is.
Women think like prey and they want to feel safe. What makes each woman feel safe, because humans are very adaptable, can vary a lot.
Yep.
Edit paste. How do I make sure this paste go correctly? Let's do it this way. Well, let's not do that. What happens if I do it this way? Comes out anyway.
That's very good.
Well, let's see. Well, you need to be able to see this screen. Where is this? How do I change this? Screen sharing. How do I share screen? New share. This one. You still see the same thing?
Yes, it just got a little smaller inside of. It's like a little window now.
How's that?
That's fine.
Wait a minute. Is it still smaller?
It's not much smaller. It's just a little smaller.
Okay.
I have margins now.
Okay.
Now I'm flicking between screens.
Great. That's what I wanted to do. All right. So I fixed this up yesterday.
Yes.
What's the definition? Evolution of it. Oh, it's like, okay, how much of this do we? Is there anything in here we need to move over there? I don't think so. You might put this in the M section,
Which section?
the one we just talked about, like,
Yes.
I'm gonna put it in that summary section, but
I like it in there because it's very complete. Yeah.
I think this goes.
It's like it's hard, man.
Well, we have a definite plan here,
Hmm.
right? This is supposed to be the logic, but we want to get to the law, right? And it goes right after this.
Yeah.
Hello. Why are you not doing that?
You're doing your own thing, computer.
I'll fix you. I will. I'll fix you. I don't know how quite to do it yet. I want you to let me change it.
There you go.
I need a new block.
Yes.
I need a new block. Well, I want to give me a new block.
Mm.
Come here. Boom. Oh, fuck you. I have no idea what's going on. Why are you giving me this hard time? I can't go there? I want to be able to put a block in. And I want to put that
There
in
you
there.
go. That'll do it.
There we go. You get rid of you, please. Boom, boom. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I got to do it again.
I'll keep it quiet. Sottovoce.
There we go.
Perfect.
And I wanted to put it here, right?
Yeah. That didn't do it. There you go. Well, we just require some
Love and attention. All right. I have to live
might
through.
go before that actually, but that's okay.
What?
We're getting there.
Somebody.
It looks to me like this goes before that other part when we were talking about cooperation in general.
And then okay, give me a second.
So this is going to require some integration perhaps.
Well, I think we're thinking two different things here. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm not positive. I'm just thinking.
That's what we do in these these sessions.
I'm doing something wrong here. What is my do? Oh, I'm using full paragraphs when this is not that kind of list. I told you I love working with you on this lately. I probably have.
It's all very good.
I don't understand. What does that look like over here? Where is it? Is it 2 over?
But yeah, that's it.
Outgo cooperation is just separate 12. All right, then it's property right and result. Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
Hmm.
What do you
This is
get?
good. This is good. Hmm.
What are you seeing?
I'm having a association, and the association is the it's the in-group out-group function in the context of what God sought is witnessing, which is the excessive in-group, attempting to in-group people that are out-group.
Correct.
And it's okay, but it's like you don't in-group people that are out-group. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it does when you're trying to, well, that's what you mean. Think of it as it's the same thing as appropriating words, right? Or the
Yeah.
same thing as Marx saying there's a thing called society, rather than there's a thing called that it has up familial obligations to each other. And so there's a thing called society, which is families who have obligations not to do things to each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's all this
Oh, there's obligation is a different one. It should be you missed one on that bottom paragraph.
did I really?
Obligation.
Oh, fuck, I did, didn't I? What is wrong there? What is going on? Does this
Could
look,
have another number or something.
is that sitting out there live for all this time and nobody's caught it?
Just me.
Well, I mean, I wrote this in like years ago. So it means that I wrote this between 2014 and 2016, probably.
Okay.
And, and nobody's
We
noticed it
cleaned
so
it up a
far.
little bit.
What?
We cleaned it up a little bit. I would highlight those all the heading for each one of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So acquisitiveness, right?
You're ahead of me. You're so
Sorry,
fast,
Curt.
Brad.
I apologize.
Well, being
You're
quick,
doing all the work. I'm just embarrassingly keeping up.
being quick is really good, except in one circumstance.
We understand one another. Men and women agree.
I wish women were quicker myself.
I understand. I just got nothing to say.
You're such a gentleman. You let me taunt you all the time. You're so kind about it.
I find the resistance is futile is my
This is
estimation
futile.
of this. I only make it worse for myself.
Sally told me the other day, you know why you're funny? She said, either learned or natural sense of timing.
Yes, I heard that. I like that.
And she said, and you say really shocking things that are, direct that people aren't expecting.
Mhm.
I always think I'm just making up stupid shit to make people laugh, but
And it works.
it works.
It's about the same. It's not, the distinction is almost invisible to you.
Okay, now we got to talk about where this is. 'Cause
Right.
That's what we were thinking.
That's an excellent chunk, right? And so I
Right.
think it goes before right there. No. You keep going up there.
See, I think this is where we're thinking differently.
Okay, how so?
Is that I think this is an explanation, an arc,
Okay.
and I'm not sure that's what we're doing here.
Right. No, we're talking about science, right?
I think our job here is to state the parsimonious
Mm-hmm.
ternary logic. That's what we set out to do, right?
Okay.
And but I think that what I made a note about in our last meeting is the arcs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we build up the arcs after we've given people the.
That's right. So
They'll be spread out across everything.
right.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not
So the
talking
arcs,
about testing it. I'm asking.
yeah, I'm like this is we're trying to describe the building blocks, all the touch points, right?
Right.
And so this is a description of an arc. There's no question about that.
Right. And I think this is the rules.
Right. That you need the rules for the arcs.
Right.
And you don't put the arcs in the rules.
I think so. I think the arcs are how you begin to understand how things fit together.
Right. But the rules are precursor.
I think
Because
so.
the pamphlet is a touch book so that you can understand exactly what that arc is referring to specifically.
Yes.
In every point of the arc. That makes sense.
As if that right. We're allowed to change our mind, right?
That's right.
So I think this doesn't belong here.
We agree.
And did I leave it in here? Or was I stupid and took it out?
It's still
No.
there.
I'm just going to do my thing here while it seems stupid. At least it
I understand.
catches my eye.
It doesn't have enough dots.
What is the deal here?
Doesn't it have 3 dots?
What is going on with it? Oh, this is, you know what it is? Can I convert this to a paragraph? What happens if I do that?
Oh, I see.
It's a block, right?
Yes.
I want to take this and I'll make this a classic paragraph. And I can. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, for Christ's sake. Did it only do that one? Where's the goddamn thing? Select parent.
Okay.
All right. Boom. Classic paragraph. Does it work? No. It trashes it. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Did a job on you.
Let's start it the other way around. Let's say it says virtuous.
Yeah.
Virtuous. All right, and we'll do these. Please, you should all be yes. Fuck you.
Hit the V.
I don't know why it's doing this. Do it this way. Fuck you.
Oh God, how annoying.
No, I'm telling you, it drives me nuts. But there's nothing better.
I appreciate that. I understand your logic.
I looked at a new one yesterday.
Hmm.
It's the same shit. You know, the minute you get this thing, you can plug in a million freaking tools to it. And in exchange, right, you can do all sorts of stuff. You have all the version control, right, back for freaking ever, right? You have all these tools, but you have to put up with stupid shit like that.
I want you to know I appreciate it. It's your patience with it because it's
I programmed
technically demanding.
I programmed for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you sort of when
You get used to it, right?
you get used to the pain and suffering.
I call it the minor indignities.
Yes, I think that there's no. I don't think we use spaces, right?
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Now you're ready to cook. That was fast.
That's a hell of a lot of work to add some.
It's true.
Jesus. All right, so
okay.
we'll just build up from there. Build up our arcs because that's what we're trying to do, right? This is an arc.
We're okay.
Right?
It's describing a spec. It's not an arc.
Yeah, that's right. That's a spectrum.
It's just a point on the or a lot of the line. It defines the line.
What do we talk about? So here's an interesting way to look at. One of the things we talk about is dimensions, right?
Right.
Where are we here?
Hmm.
Let's go up here and we'll just sort of make that.
I would call it a dimension of cooperation, right?
Correct. So we have we have language. And we have, this is a what, H4? This is an H. Come on, baby, you can do it. 4. And we gotta do, we got a some point gets to nouns, verbs, agreements, right? And we get to dimensions, right? And so we use dimensions of words. Right?
Yes.
We use biases, dimensions of words, and we do dimensions, dimensions, concepts with words, and we do dimensions of concept of what do you call these arcs? Arcs with concepts, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Your dimensions, your arc is spelled wrong, and that dimension with the T is also spelled wrong. So close.
I was thinking of dementia, I think.
I think so too. It made me think of it. You spelled arcs wrong again, though.
God damn it. You know, my key was off. My fingers were up on the keyboard by one.
I know, that's why I said so close.
God damn it.
Yeah, good luck.
Did it do it again?
Yes.
Oh, I got this one, right? Okay, that worked. Oh, wait. Ooh, this is good. Okay. Let's put it this way. It's all I have to probably go into the code now to fix this shit.
Oh my.
We do this.
Son of a bitch. It's just making you do it all by hand.
Well, you know what I have to do is let me show you. It's really stupid. Dimensions. What are dimensions? What does a dimension mean? Yeah, start with dimensions. Maybe it's better to go. So I already we do this way, faculties. Right, and dimensions of biases, dimensions of words. Yeah, that's great. It's because basically the point we're making is it takes 3 points.
That's fair.
Right, we do both from first principles.
Right. Needs a period. Oh. Nice.
So let me just I'm gonna update this and I'm gonna take a peek.
Right.
Because how fuckificated is this one? Can't remember where I see it. And this is what you don't want. What we want is, I'll get down here. This.
Oh.
Right. So we want to do this.
Substituted in. Oh.
I want to take that out. And that out. That out. And that out. I want to see if it crashes on us.
Oh my.
Should understand it just fine. But go ahead.
Okay.
So we go back and we say, boom, visual editor. Should go down to. Where do we see it? Do we see it all? Definitions. I don't see it. I see it as deleted. No, it's right there.
Oh, wow.
So now this is all this kind of paragraph. That's what we want. Yeah. Let's just do this one, see if we can get any of this to work. Yeah. I got to go through and do that to a bunch of them. I'll do that later when we're done.
Okay.
Because it's just way too easy. It's way too easy to edit this when you're writing text. And the other one's really for people who are laying out things,
Right.
not really valuable for what we're doing for writing. All right, so now we go back to update, and I can go back to here, and I can say, okay. Does it feel like pulling teeth of everything we do, take every paragraph we take?
A little bit.
Takes work. All right.
Now, would you say that man cooperates to create decreased costs of acquisition is a first principle?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what the export is for.
It's just remind me that that's what I copied over. Right, it was the fourth step in because I had that outline that you
Yes.
teach me about get rid of that Mises libertarian shit. Remember when you
Yes.
said that? I remember that really clearly. I like to bring that up now and then.
Just, I respect that.
You respect it?
Yeah.
You're not biting my humor today at all, are you? Yours not. So that is the first principle. What we think we should do is we should do a parsimonious, what is definition? Which is bias, define bias. So these are these, blah, blah, blah. Where is cooperation? Well, isn't this cooperation? Didn't we say this was cooperation? That these are biases in cooperation?
Bias is operating within a cooperative.
Didn't we just duplicate that? We just duplicated it. These reflect three states. These reflect to three states. There's no three states. Where is these reflect reproductive strategies? Reproductive, so it's just a duplication.
It looks like it.
For some reason I copy pasted but didn't
delete.
I didn't delete. Make sure I got that right. Yep. Oh, it actually worked that time. How do you like that? Bias. is a difference, and all differences are biases. Bias. We define bias, right?
Right.
Now we can do it this way. Ability bias. No, it's still a bias.
What's that?
It's still not a bias, it's just a fact. I don't know. I have a problem with this, where to put this one.
The ability?
Yeah. It's bias.
It's
bias.
precursor to it's a precursor to cooperation.
It's not a bias though.
No,
It's a reality.
it's a base
Right.
potential.
Right. That's what we're doing wrong. Oh, you're so smart.
I'm keeping up.
Well, limited by advanced or limited by what did I just do? Okay.
That's it. Ability, just plain ability.
We get there.
Oh,
It takes us a while, but we get there.
yes, sir. There you go.
Don't know if I want to do that. Did I want to do it? I did want to do that. I want to do this.
Yeah, I think so.
And this doesn't belong there anymore. That goes like that. Oops. That goes this way.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Resulting in, and then this is behavioral economy. This is one of those. And this gets this. And we put that
Definition.
there. And we got this. Boom. I think that's pretty.
Very nice. There we go.
All right, we don't have to do that anymore, do we? Can put this up here? Is that what we do?
That's it.
We put that up there.
Boy, that was hard. That was really hard to hammer that straight.
Well, you know, it's like people. I have no idea what somebody looks at us doing here, but they don't have the legacy of us trying to figure out how to explain this. There's 10 ways of explaining something. Which way are we going to explain it? And so I've gone through and when I've published this a couple of times, and I don't. It sticks with like Brandon and those guys, right? But I have all these tables of contents and all these drafts of this document, and they're all organized slightly differently because which argument are you trying to make? It was only till we worked together, and I was like, I got to build it up from the science. Fuck it, I don't got a choice, right? And once we've done that, now it all makes sense. The problem is half the stuff we've got is written from ethics out, right? Starting with ethics or starting with epistemology out.
It's just a bitch.
And now we got to, it's like, okay, what? How are we doing this? Okay, where's this? This has got to be. This has got to be.
Yeah.
That. All right. And I can indent you that way. I'll see it. Okay.
You were highlighting them.
Well,
you were highlighting them in yellow.
I usually do that when we're going back and we're trying to
straighten it out.
And I'm like, because it got to be a pain in the ass to search for them, right? It was just
yeah.
So it's like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Oh, I missed 3 freaking dots, right? So
Right.
what other one do we have to break up like that? I have to break up the one I'm working on with the guys like that, because it's like, I don't know, it's like 50 or 60 pages now.
Okay.
And if I write on it too long, it adds up to 2 or 3 gigabytes of memory, and my computer goes.
Oh no. My.
Found a misspelling. I found it before Brad.
Really?
That never happens.
Oh my.
Are we out of our time, Brad?
No, we can go.
Okay. I think this requires an and. I think this gets a big. We got cooperation and bias. I think that's right. Here's another one. You know, this is me, right?
Yeah.
Does this really need to be in here? I mean, I feel like if I cut it out, it's losing something, but maybe it's just in the wrong place.
Yeah.
It does say
it's
this,
like,
right?
It's like it. Okay. There's plus, there's equal, and minus.
All right, there's this is minus, right?
Yeah. I think it's not problematic. It's just like it's excessive, it's additional, and it's not detracting, and it foreshadows something else.
Well, I keep forgetting this is what we're trying to get across, right?
Okay.
Right. So that's that's the ternary logic of cooperation, right?
That's it. Doesn't need an end paragraph, parentheses, however.
Yeah.
So the ternary logics all are plus equals minus, or
Right.
minus equals plus, and it's like I would put it the logic after the minus sign.
You mean this?
Yeah. Then it's like, okay,
It's just that I usually put it at the end of the sentence.
the minuses and the pluses.
I usually put these things at the end, but I don't know, it doesn't matter. You know, we go through and you think.
And so, because it's like I would maybe delimit it by a comma. You know what I mean?
Better. That's even better. Whoops.
Oh, that was a little frightening.
Whenever it does that, it scares the hell out of me.
Little hiccups, right?
Little hiccups mean, okay, I just lost
Something happened, and I don't know exactly what it was.
I'm gonna suck my thumb for comfort by
right.
I had no problem stopping you sucking my thumb. My mom says big boys don't do that. You probably want to stop doing that. And I was like, okay. I have one of my sisters just wouldn't stop. And I have another sister, she did it and was still doing it while she was sleeping in high school. I'm like, you can't be sleeping with a guy and do that. He's gonna stick something
I was gonna say something,
stick something else in there instead.
I've got something that'll comfort you nicely.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
God damn it. Let's do these two while I'm at it.
So this is a dimension, right?
Yeah.
It defines a dimension, defines the cooperative dimension of human interaction, right?
Yeah. How do we do this?
Because it's a oh.
What did I just do?
Oh,
I hit the
emergency escape pod.
I hit the me 1 second, because I can't type my own password here. I hit the, like I said, the go to sleep button, or it's called, it's got a lock on it. See, it's a little lock.
Yep. Yep.
Lock right here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a delete key right there.
Don't
This
touch them.
keyboard is small, right?
Yeah.
So I overreach and hit the stupid thing all the time. I haven't all the time, and I'm not used to it yet. Part of me says I love this because it doesn't hog your desktop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so and it's really light. You move it around, move it out of the way. But the problem is that I might have to buy the bigger one if I can't figure, because you cannot code it. You know, you can't. There's no way to go in and code it. If there's, I suppose if I worked at it, I could find whatever interrupt it's working on, and there's no, you know, it's battery and everything. Right?
Very, very nice.
So it's
Battery
basically,
wireless.
it's basically a laptop keyboard for a desktop.
Yeah.
All right, so you said something really great here, which is a dimension.
Right. So call it a dimension.
The dimension.
The dimension of the ethical dimension of human cooperation, right?
Well, we don't want to get to ethics right now.
Oh. Well, you have to have a name for it.
Well,
What? Because it. Okay. Human cooperation, right?
ternary logic. The dimension. I don't know.
It's an ethical. This is the ethical dimension because we're.
But we're not talking about ethics. We're just talking about behavior. Ethics is a judgment.
Okay.
And behavior is just what it is. Cooperative behavior.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it goes the other way.
There you go.
Describing the. Just going to do this here.
Yeah. It's almost right.
Brand providing positive reinforcement. It's almost right. I get a participation trophy.
How silly. It's just silliness.
This is why he's probably a great doctor.
Probably.
God damn it. I have this wonderful shortcut I've made and I don't use it often enough. Why is it not working for me? Oh,
messing you up, man. Oh my.
What the fuck? I give up.
I'm studying your system, man.
No, I have this thing running. It's a little agent. And one of the things it just provides me with a couple of hotkeys for changing capitalization. There's 4 basic things it does. That's all. So if I want to go capitalize something, I can either edit or I can just do this.
Yeah.
Or I can do this, or I can do this, or I can do
yeah,
this.
that's pretty cool.
Right. So
like a toggle, huh?
It's just a toggle, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I really like that thing, but I mean, sometimes I guess it gets confused too, because God knows what was underneath there, right? Because the HTML might have looked like 2 letters, but they were actually 2 words. Who knows?
Anyway,
Anyway,
I got a question for you. Do you want to Parasitism to predation, okay? I'm just questioning the -2. And thinking maybe
I
put
caught
an
up.
arrow in there, you know what I mean?
I caught up.
Because these are each one of those kind of defines a line segment, yeah.
Let's talk about that. What does that mean to you? Because that sounds like there's something there.
Because it's like, look, where the dimension of cooperative behavior is along the ethical axis.
This is a set of choices. We're not to ethics yet. This is me as an actor making choices. So,
Right,
I don't want to be the victim of irreciprocity,
right.
or I want to impose irreciprocity. This will lead to conflict. Right. So we're talking,
Right,
because
right.
this is the principle we're trying to get across, right?
Right, okay.
And
That's
so
good.
the same thing as here is I as an individual actor. Right.
Okay.
However,
And so it's for the individual actor, right?
the individual actor, because that's where we
Right,
are.
so it will be okay.
3 states of
There are
able to man.
the actions of an individual, right? Yeah.
Right. Because
Let's say cooperative actions available to man, right?
now it depends on you want to be you want to be generalized, which is what this says. Why you want to be specific. I'm not, they're categories.
Because it's like, okay, I'm the way I'm looking at it, you're building it up from behavior, right? Cooperation is an abstraction of behavior.
Right, but this is what we're trying to capture.
Right.
Right, and this is always true because these are the points of the triangle.
About 3 potential states of cooperation are available to man.
I don't know if it's potential or possible. Can't have anything other than these 3.
There are only 3 potential states of cooperation available to man. Only 3 possible states of cooperation. Okay. Oh, I like that. Just get rid of that only.
Well, I like that only. You were saying it before.
It's true, and that creates a dimension of cooperative behavior.
Right.
Okay.
Nope. This is describing the rich behavior and creating.
Yeah.
When I begin to wonder whether we should put triangles in. All right, bias.
Bias is a dimension as well, right?
This is a dimension. A bias, any dimension can have a bias.
Okay.
It's not stated right. Reproductive strategies
Are reflected. Okay. Just behavioral biases.
No, are they behavioral? They're cognitive and they're behavioral.
There you go.
You know, I found out that if the little old ladies ask me to come fix their computers for them, that if I just wait a day or two, they figure out how to fix it themselves.
You appreciate that some behavioral economics at work.
Well, most of it,
you're training them.
well, most of the time it's something stupid, right? It's like they don't realize they're using a Microsoft product instead of Google product. What is going on here? There's something goofy going on there. Consisting of. It goes into. That is really weird. You can't, I don't know if you can see on my screen, but why is that space there? I don't fucking know.
Wait, so it's like this. So the biases are intrinsically cognitive, valuative, and behavioral. Because we're defining bias above.
Hold on. Where did we put that? Because that was really good.
It's in there. There you go. There's a line right there of human potential, right? Human behavior or functional capacities, right? So there's capture that perceptive, cognitive, valuative, and behavioral.
Okay.
And haul it back up to because it goes from human potentials, right?
These.
I was going to bring it further up, but that's fine. Because
you're right. You're right.
Stop saying it.
What, that you're right?
Yeah.
Why? Well, you're a weird person if you don't. What kind of weird?
It's too much.
Doesn't want me to say, yeah, you're right. Fuck is wrong with you?
Doesn't need the bias part.
Okay.
I would say potentials.
Bias and human faculties. I'm only using this because that's the word I use everywhere else.
I like it, but I want you to go up even further because we talked about way up there, right there, ability.
Well, ability is there.
And human faculties, right?
Yeah, but these are
those human faculties.
You want to say humans have these faculties?
Yes, you have humans that have these faculties is the baseline, right? And then they're right?
Given human faculties.
Abilities and biases, right?
Given, right. Can I tell you you're right again?
Yeah.
There's a before, during, and after. It should be the other way around.
Yeah. Oh, I think I will put them as bullet points.
That's what we're gonna do.
Right on. So freaking complex. That worked.
That almost worked.
So close.
We gotta make sure we're not taking the next.
What's that?
Gotta not take the advanced or limited by. We gotta take not the.
Right.
There's also. We should probably define these. I don't know if it's necessary.
Not in this moment.
They are, however, a sequence.
There you go. It's an OODA loop. The ability function limits the rate at which you can do that. The rate you process information in that OODA loop.
Oh, this is the loop. I see what you want to say. Yeah.
There's a wayfinding function in there, right? That's
Yeah.
limited by ability, advanced or limited by ability.
Well.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Suppose I have to do that too. God damn it.
Yeah, I would say then it's in a. Okay, yeah.
This is wrong. This is goal.
What's interesting is there's before, during, and after on each one of those, I think.
Yep. How we know we're getting it right?
You hit your secret key and it didn't work.
Hit the wrong key, that's why.
I figured that. Hmm.
I don't know if that's true. Is this true?
I don't know. I'm processing that one myself.
This is more of a scale. No, if this, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah, I question that too.
Well, I think this one's right. The question is this one? Word
That
indeed
was,
the same.
what's that?
This might be the right.
Looks right. Word and deed. Oh, I see. Hmm.
That's right. Consideration.
There you go. That looks right.
No. Yeah. I'm not sure it's not this.
Okay.
And then this. Twice. Twice. Twice.
Hmm.
Well, I'm almost got this. What happens is we don't like this. I don't think there is anything. I don't know. Is there anything here at all?
In terms of the before, during, after part,
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Well, what I could say is in the cognitive evaluative process, that's what's happening autonomically, right? That's what your intuition is doing. The senses, intuition. And we could have this be reason. And then you could do.
That's what you think you're doing, right? That's what you think you're doing. It is the after part.
Really? Predicting.
Yeah, choice is selecting. And the display word indeed is acting.
So this is this is the way we break this down. Is sensory. Intuition,
I like that.
consciousness. Not consciousness. No. Yeah. Intuition. Yeah. No, let's just say. Yeah, I like that. Intuition, thought. No. I break it down in sensory, intuitive, emotional, and physical. Rational.
There you go. That's right. That's right. Because faculties, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we changed the header above to say sensory. There you go. So my thoughts on this one as we're making it go is most people don't make it down to the rational part. They think they do though.
Well, there's the we could always do.
I think it's okay to leave it like that.
Because
The people think they're rational and they're operating when they're limited by their abilities.
The problem is the difference between this is autonomic, but this is the same thing, right? Just more wayfinding. We're doing the same thing. All these three things do is just one on top of the other. They're the same fucking thing.
Yes.
Right? They're the same thing. It's just a process of refinement. The problem is that there's a reaction. Here's the problem: is you predict, right?
Right. I predict.
Maybe this is better. Prediction.
Hmm. And then, okay.
That's prediction. Well, I don't know how to do this. Here's what happens. There's a tension, right? No, it's prediction. You predict stuff there, right? So I'm trying to get beyond this. This is where all that prediction stuff is going on. It should raise it to your attention, make you aware of it.
Right.
So there should be a tension here. There should be a reaction or an action. No, I see that that's not it. It's a reaction, can be
And subsequent action. Uh-oh.
Sum up. Come on, come on, come on. I don't remember. This big one. Perception, sense, and then this, and this. This is right.
So we just, yeah, let's copy that one.
Now I want to make sure I'm not. I know this one. Well, I don't want to go into all that detail.
Mm-mm.
A lot of the same stuff. This is way deeper.
Mm-hmm.
What do I say here? No, different subject. Go away, go away. Go away. I don't need all that, right? What if I do? What if I look here? Yeah, we don't need all that. The problem is I'm trying to do fit the before, during, and after too hard.
Maybe that's what I was thinking too. Because it's a continuously recursive system.
Yeah. Sense, intuition. right, I'm burnt.
Just take the before, during, after out of there because I don't think it helps. Leave the categories because the categories are nice.
Yeah.
You had your share, did you?
I'm just tired now.
Oh, you got to get that. Yeah, there's another during and a before to get. Oh, and another after that I missed.
Where?
Up.
This one?
Yep, there's one above that. Yep.
You could do before, during, and after, just not at that level.
That's all right. Whatever you prefer.
I'm fried.
All right, I
We did
understand.
good. We did from
We did
11
a lot
to
of hard work.
11 to almost 2. That's pretty good.
That's good. Wow, it's that late?
Yeah, it's almost 2.
Wow,
We did hard work today.
I think so, and I'm very pleased by it.
Damn,
You're making progress.
we are, but Jesus Christ, it's pulling fucking teeth. All right.
All right.
Where are we? Gotta get out of this here. Ooh, I'm fried. Now I gotta have lunch.
That's
all right.
right.
Love you, man. Thank you for your help today.
Yes, sir. We'll talk
I
later.
get to see you soon in just a couple days.
I know, right? It's like, okay, I'm getting a little nervous now. I'm like, okay, it'll be all right.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'll look
Okay.
forward to seeing you in 3 days, 4 days.
4 days. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.